What the fuck is up, everybody? Crap Gamer here, doing the intro because I'm much more compelling than next gen. How you guys doing? Big Gamer, small talk, live a little bit.
Gamer, small cocks. See?
That's only one. That's only when I'm not here.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Hold on. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So anyway, we're live. We had a little. Fuck you, man. We would have went a little bit earlier, man. I was having a little bit of problems. I had to like reinstall a driver and shit so my headset would work. I was like, what the hell, man? Like right before we go on air. So yeah, that's always an interesting time. And we got Beastfire Tim here. What's up, Tim? Beastfire.
What's up? How you guys doing?
What's going on? You celebrity? You've been rubbing elbows with Aaron Greenberg. What's going on? Talk to us, man.
Nah, just basically I got rid of the Project Natal fan. Basically, I was in the community. I was there last night. Were you there, Crop, when they were ragging on me?
Who's ragging on you?
Last night?
Yeah, I think you had left, or it was like you might have been there. They were like, "Oh, your name is too old. It's out of date." And I was like, "You know what? I've been thinking about it." So they actually.
I must have missed that part because I left after.
Left.
I left after GKB and She-Wolf left. I was like, man, it's like 12:15, 12:30, way past my bedtime.
Yeah.
So,
but
hold on, before we start.
We
have a request from in the Xbox side. Amazing out PMs, Jordan, and a few other ones. What Amazing I go back in the chat. They want to tear his ass up. He's been banned or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But if he's been banned, thank you to whoever in Google did that.
Omega, he's whacked, another wacko.
Yeah, I told his ass today too. He comes back and takes a.
That guy don't even have a PS4, does he?
No, I don't think so.
But listen, he lost his family. He lost his house in a Twister. He was the only black motherfucking Idaho in a fucking Twister on the fucking Bronx. Took us home to fucking what's the Alice in Wonderland? There's no place like fucking home.
That was Wizard of Oz.
There you go. I know I'm gonna fucking mess up. He said Miziaga's dancing top of the fucking go-go bar. The only dude in there dancing. Fucking weirdo. I'm unlocking you now, Miziago. Hold on, give me a second.
I'll be back in like Flynn. So, but anyway, I changed my gamer tag to Beastfire Tim Dog. Anybody can follow. Send me a request. I'll friend up. Also on Twitter, I was at PNF for life. I had changed that to Beastfire.
Somebody already took your old name.
Yeah, some funny guy. So
dude.
Yeah,
probably Chuck Liddell.
No, I actually know that guy. He's actually I know him. So he hates Microsoft, but I don't know why. I mean, you're talking like immediately after I switched it.
What you get an announcement like fucking LeBron James going to
That shit's creepy, dude.
I don't know. It is a little bit creepy, but like I said, I know that guy, so he's not Chuck Liddell. But just so you know that if you see the PNF name, that is not me anymore.
Where are you? Xbox Beastfire?
I'm at Beastfire Tim Dog.
On Xbox or Twitter?
Both.
I didn't even notice you changed your Twitter profile.
Yeah, basically moved on. I mean, it's been since 2008, and Brian Baker last night, and I think the Don were just like, you know what, Tim, it needs to go, and I was just like, you know what, I've been thinking about it, and then I changed it. So
it's tough though, you know. It's tough to change the name though. I mean, like I said, I made a couple phone calls before I even changed mine. Mine was a simple change. I still called I was talking to Crap on DM. I called South. I was talking to people like. You know, because you get attached to it. I had that name for like almost, 8 or 9 years.
How long have you had? So what was your? I forgot. What was your old tag, Mooch?
Mine was the Mooch 78. I changed to just Mooch when it became available when Xbox.
I didn't know.
That's a nice change, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I got a lot of nice compliments, but I want to thank everybody because if it wasn't for everybody to push me, I wouldn't have done it. And I actually got a couple DMs. And messages on Xbox that were like, you know, hey, congratulations, but F you because I was gonna grab that. You beat me to it.
So you got the Mooch.
No, just Mooch. Flat out.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like they kind of like they were being serious too. So when they were like really coming to me with this, and I was like, I mean, I had this thing for See, I've been Project Natal fan since like 2007, 2008, and obviously we know Project Natal is pretty much it's not Connect is not even talked about. So I just kind of get sick of explaining the whole Project Natal, and everyone's just like, what is that? What is that?
Oh
So,
shit.
I just moved on to Beastfire, which, as you know, was kind of started on here when we talked about it and we joked about it.
Tim, I got a question for you. Were you contemplating at any time Xbox Peacock?
Peacock, yeah.
I was. I actually tried to change it at E3 to Project Scorpio fan, but it was too many letters. So they wanted a Beastfire Scorpio. Beastfire Scorpio or something. That was the original, but we couldn't get that in. So, basically just moving ahead and closing a book on a story name, but we're into the future and Scorpio's coming and.
How much is the change name?
$10.
I can't afford it, man. Jesus, I'm sorry. Anyway.
Well, you don't need to.
I've had Zaire for fucking since 2002.
Yeah, you don't need to change yours. Why would you change yours?
I'm going through identity crisis. I want people to look at my gamer tag and see me as a person, not the color. You look at my game, you know that I'm black. And then I'm going to use a bunch of fucking 4-letter words when we're fucking gaming, and you're going to stay away from me. Fuck that. I'm going to change my name to something. Thor. You're not going to know my sexual purpose is nothing. You're not going to know anything. You'll be like Prince, just a fucking artist, man.
That's not a bad idea.
You're gonna be dead.
What is your gamer tag? Zaire 19.
No, Zaire.
Yeah, you gotta never change that. That's perfect.
Yeah, man.
It is. It's good.
Zaire. It is what it is, man.
You gotta get crap to get rid of MOH.
What does the MOH stand for?
Medal of Honor.
It was my old clan, but the other stuff isn't. There's nothing there. It's already taken, like every other thing. So yeah, it's just gonna.
What's Crap Gamer is going?
Oh, you know what you could do though, Crap? Yeah. You could do that thing that the kids are doing. You do large X, small X, underscore.
No,
Crap
fuck
Gamer.
that, man. I'm not putting any X's or any of that shit in my name.
Hammer.
Yeah, he had to do that shit, but not me. I'm not doing that shit, man.
I'm not doing the X's. Everybody hates those X's.
Yeah, it is kind of hard typing in a lot of fucking characters at the end of the day. But like I said, this week, ladies and gentlemen, has been a very, very interesting week. Sony fans have been on suicide watch. Like Crap said, they're trying to change the narrative, move the goalposts. You know what I mean? It went from now that 4K 30, if this 4K 30 is irrelevant, 1080p, 60 frames. That's what really matters. I've heard that numerous times. The Xbox Scorpio is a 9th generation console. We can't compare that to the Neo, even though Sony said to themselves that both us and Microsoft are trying something new. Mid-cycle refresh. What do you guys think about that? How they're trying to change the narrative instead of just eating their humble pie.
Well, the thing is, listen, they can change the narrative all they want, but here's the point of the matter: if they want to claim Scorpio's next gen, well, then that's still egg on your face. That means Microsoft's moving on, and you're still in the past. So if that's what you want to claim, fine. You're still going to be 2-3 years behind Scorpio when your system comes out. If you want to still say you're in the same generation, okay, fine. Then Microsoft still played their cards right because they got 2.4 teraflops more power than you did out of their machine for another 2-3 years. So either way, Microsoft wins. All this is a play on words. This is NeoGAF and people just playing Webster's dictionary puzzle game, because it doesn't matter what they really say. They're going to lose the argument. So it's indifferent.
I think, listen, like I said, I know I don't do no shameless plugging here, but if you want to see some vintage next-gen 720 after BGST, you will be. Are you not entertained?
I'll be watching that. Z.
Yeah, listen, you're not what's crazy as hell. You know what I'm seeing a lot of pushback from, besides the pony, the fucking PC fucking cockroach. No one fucking cares about Dell, Hewlett-Packard, what is it, Alienware? No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, okay.
We're talking about consoles here. You know what I mean? Like, why do you, it's like me pulling up on the side of my daughter when she has a fucking remote control little, Barbie build, and I got my fucking Ferrari on the next server. Baby, you want to race? Like, no one fucking cares. Take your fucking souped up rig, so you say, or whatever you can run fucking Minesweeper, whatever the fuck you're playing.
That's the point, see. That's the problem, right? This is the problem. The misconception with everybody that's watching YouTube is everyone thinks once anybody says I am a PC gamer, they assume they're these people that have spent $3,500 plus. Majority of people that are arguing with you on Twitter that are PC gamers or they're in the comment section have something just a sneeze ahead of what was in style in 2009. They're way behind the curve. They don't care. They're all cheap bastards. That's what they are. They're cheap fucks. People who have PCs for the most part are playing games on low settings, or they're unable to play the new AAAs that come out, and they're playing. Look, if you don't believe me, go to Red Tech Review. I believe it's called Red Gaming Review. If you go there on YouTube, watch as they give their commentary. Literally, they're playing almost Pac-Man, or they're playing a game that looks like Pitfall, and they're all PC. It's a PC-based channel. They're all PC. They talk console news, but they're all PC-based for the most part.
No one gives a fuck about PC.
That's my point. And this is what I was saying to crap months ago. They're irrelevant. They don't even exist. It's nice that, listen, we've all said it on all the gaming podcasts, right? It's nice that Microsoft's giving us the code with this Play Anywhere. That's very nice. It's very nice. But it's like when your neighbor gave you that fucking fruit cake for the holiday. Yeah. It's a really nice gesture, but it goes in the garbage as soon as they leave. So it doesn't really matter that they're giving us the fruit cake. We're not into the PC gaming world. And listen, here's the other thing. This isn't me going on a rant. This is just the truth. Why is it console sales are selling head over heels? They're just crushing numbers. They're still, this past month, the Xbox One is still selling better than the 360. People said that wasn't going to happen. It's still happening. So my point is console sales have never been stronger, showing more relevance that the PC market, sure, it's growing because everybody has a PC now. That's why it's growing. Back in 1985, only Matthew Broderick playing war games had a fucking PC. Now everybody has a PC. So the number's growing, but no one's playing on them. They're not making any money.
Listen,
listen. At the end of the day, the way I feel about this is nothing's going to change for the console player.
Right.
The only thing that's going to change is you're going to have an extra code for PC if you ever want to delve into that. And the same goes for the PC elitists. They'll get the game. They probably won't because a lot of them don't like Windows 10 and they just hate Microsoft. But let's just say that PC guy that gets Gears 4, he's now going to have an Xbox One version connected to him. So to me, it's just about getting a free game basically when you buy a game, and nothing else changes. If you look at it from that perspective, nothing else. It's an advantage to you as a consumer. So. I have no problem with it. I actually am hoping that they do more Play Anywhere for indie type games, because if you have those type of games, you could play them on your laptops and
good point.
Not super devices that you need to play like a Gears. So basically, that's where I stand on it. It is a different and it's a change of pace. But just like with the console refreshes and everything that's going on. It's not like it used to be traditionally, these consoles. It's a whole new ball game, and I think Microsoft, with Play Anywhere, actually has something that gives you, if you don't want to be closed-minded, it gives you an advantage. If you want to be closed-minded, just go play your fucking console, and nothing changes because you know what? It's gonna be there.
I want to say this, and I said this. I had an epiphany on my rant. I really wanted a fucking real live fucking rant, John Rambo style. Murdoch, I just wanted something to eat. I went out like fucking John Rambo today, right? And I had it like people, they praised Nintendo. If you had a Wii U or one of the Wii U's growing pains and it wasn't enough software, and the problem that Nintendo had, they had the handheld department pulling in one direction, doing very well. Then he had the console department. So what Nintendo did was, combine them both together. You know what I mean? So most likely the NX is going to be a hybrid handheld and home console. Cool, but people praise Nintendo for bringing their developers under one roof. Okay. Now here it is. Microsoft goes out and does the same thing. We have this really cool device, Xbox that runs Windows 10. Why not bring it all together? We're making some games on PC, whatever, whether it's Age of Empires, we can bring those games and all the games in the Windows and put them here. What is the fucking problem? if you Sony guys, like I said, you're saying now that the Scorpio's not going to have any quote-unquote exclusives. It's going to fail. It doesn't have any exclusives. Yeah. I just want to say this right here, right? You're the same motherfuckers were praising when Sony had Sony Online Entertainment. I can go back and look at those listed games. You were naming DC Universe Online and Planet Side 21 and all those goddamn games. It was cool for you when Sony was still, when they were actively involved in the quote-unquote PC thing, and you got some of those games or your games. It wasn't a big deal, right? You know what I mean? But when Microsoft's selling their own intellectual properties in their own store, what the fuck is the problem? I can play God of War, right? Ascension. God of War on my fucking Samsung television. Does that not make it a fucking still a PlayStation exclusive? We're talking about console. You know what I mean? So I just think that's the silliest shit in the world. And everyone got a fucking. I'll just play it on my rig. Y'all said the same shit about Titanfall, where it sold fucking 42 copies. Get the fuck out of here, I just played on my fucking rig, It's crazy as hell, man.
It really just comes down to just perspective on the thing. If you're gonna say, it's not exclusive. Well, you're the same person that was saying, and Sony was saying that Street Fighter V was a console exclusive. But in regards to all the bullshit, if you just look at it in a simple way, all it is added value. To me, it's a no-brainer, especially the way, they're going to release a device maybe in the future with Surface where you could play all these games because the Xbox One spec is 2013. So having a portable laptop to just play games on a plane or wherever you want to go is something that you can do, or have the option. It's just a change. It's if it was if they were a different company, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the same company. They started out as an operating system. They made Windows.
They're just using that shit to fuel quote unquote this. No one gave a fuck that Halo 1 was on fucking PC. Did that make any less of a game? And did you enjoy it less? No one gave a fuck that Gears of War was on PC. No one fucking cares.
I agree. It's just a fanboy argument at the end of the day.
Well, there's no value. I don't want to fucking play with a mouse and keyboard. I'm just not what I'm into. Like, you know what I mean? My friends don't fucking play on PC.
You could say the value is you're getting two games into an ecosystem, compared to one. For me, I sold my PS4 today because I look at the situation. I sold it.
Oh my god! I take back my comment from earlier. They're gonna use that against me. I said everyone on Bgst and the PS4. Sorry.
The reason why I did it is you look at these consoles, okay?
Yes.
And you say, all right, now Microsoft with Xbox, they've had a load of shit that's come out that you got to spend your money on. You got to also buy Xbox Live. You got to also fucking support all their games. And Xbox has a ton of games. Now, if you want me to support Sony, then I got to pay for online there. And then I got to buy their exclusives. And I got to buy their controllers or whatever. To me, it's a no-brainer. I'm just going to go Xbox. Now I have an ecosystem where if I want to throw money into a different platform, I could get a PC or a Surface, and when I buy one game, it's in two places.
Still there.
It's still there. So for me, as a consumer, it just makes more sense.
That makes a lot hold on. Let me speak just from an average gamer. Like, to me, the Play Anywhere thing means dick. I think Microsoft thinks it probably is bigger than it is. Just to be honest with everybody, I don't care about it. Most people I know don't care about it. They're using it to sell Windows 10 to people. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, to the average person like me, it doesn't mean anything. I'm never going to use it. I have a very capable PC. I could run whatever game I wanted to on it. You know what I'm saying?
Crap.
I think it all comes back down to my the fruitcake analogy again. It's nice when someone gives it to you, but it's just going in the garbage. It's not being used. 99% of people aren't going to use it. Do I think it's great? I think it's actually going to be useful as far as I like the Play Anywhere approach. As far as being able to play my Xbox One games that I have on my Xbox, on my Windows, not via the code they're giving me, but via the functionality that I can in playing it, outside of the home. That's different.
That is on your profile.
I'm not gonna be buying. I'm buying a laptop that's able to handle streaming or playing a game on it. I'm not buying a laptop that's like a PC gamer laptop.
You think about this though. This not not. I guess to add on to what Tim said. He said the Xbox One is 2000. Actually, it's not. It was probably like 2011. Those specs was already dated when it came back. Very old tech. So it's nothing to get. Even a tablet, to be honest with you, to have maybe the specs of the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not.
I mean, you look at their brand. You look at Surface Pro. I could definitely see a Surface Pro 4 being Xbox certified. It could play.
How much is the high end one? What's the name of that one? Silver.
I'm talking about not previous. Like Aaron Greenberg showed that he played Killer Instinct on his Surface.
He did?
Yeah. But I'm talking about the next iteration of Surface. I think that's going to be one of the selling points where they say, and you could use your Surface to play all Xbox ecosystem games, which for me, that's a home run because I want to get a PC and maybe build a PC.
Yeah.
But if I could just have something portable where I can take to, I'm going with my nephews and my family to Great River Lodge. Okay.
Great River Lodge.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. It's like a water park within
PA or something.
Yeah, it's
Great Wolf Lodge.
Great Wolf Lodge. I'm sorry.
Goddamn.
So I'm going there now. Let's say there's downtime at it's 11 o'clock. I could just fucking turn my fucking Surface on and play Cuphead. Let's just say if Cuphead was out, or I could play inside if that was a play inside. To me, that offers value, and that gives me an added value for something that I use as a computer. But now I also can play video gaming and get achievements or whatnot on it. To me, that's just. It's convenience, and at my age and at what I do, I'm all about convenience. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I'm always here. I'm always there. I got things to do. Sometimes if I go on vacation or if I go out and I don't want to turn on the Xbox or my wife's watching some show and I don't want to go downstairs, I just could turn on this thing and go outside on the deck and play. To me, that is convenience, and that's it's value to me, and that's one of the reasons, like I said, why I sold the PS4. There's no reason for me to throw money into that ecosystem and then have to pay for PS Plus and deal with all the things that they have.
I think people want to know if you found your controller to sell it.
No shit.
I had to buy the controller. So that's what happened. Was you get $200, but if you're in my position, you have to rebuy the controller because they won't take it out. And of course, they didn't have a used controller. I don't know if the guy was.
So they gave it $200 for the PS4?
Yeah, and that's going to go down within the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you.
Time to trade yours in.
I'm about to take my shit in right now.
About ready to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm about to swipe that.
Oh, really? What's up, fellas?
What's going on, show? Stop it.
Just in a minute, I'll creep in on you.
What's going on?
What's happening with
Talk
y'all,
to us, man.
Chilling. Oh, I see what's happening out here in these streets, brother.
Yeah, talk to us about the Scorpio and everything. Let us know how you feeling about it. We haven't spoken. Well, they haven't heard from you in a while. So tell us how you feel about the Scorpio and all that stuff. Talk to us. Take the floor.
Scorpio is just changed the game, man. I can't wait for it. It's next year. It can't come quick enough. I'm excited about everything that it's going to be able to bring. I said this when we had our little discussions about how Microsoft is pushing gaming forward. They're trying to get us all on the same plateau in order to move gaming forward. So we got to have some similarities to PC, and I see them going in that direction. So that's a great thing. All that is great. What I'm laughing at is just the saltiness from these dang on ponies. You know what I'm saying? The saltiness. I mean, just from you don't even hear the I used to say where the clickers at. I don't even hear no pitter patters no more. It's like the pitter patter don't stop. You know what I'm saying? The patter. When it came to the power and all that little stuff, they had a whole. They drove that home so hard when they talked about that 1080p, this power and everything like that. And now they want to change their tone and say, I seen your video too next GM where they sitting here Oh yeah, beautiful. I mean, it was a masterpiece. If y'all ain't check it out, go check it out. Masterpiece. But but from they changing their tone from power to now all of a sudden Microsoft is changing a generation. You know what I'm saying? You know where they got that from? They got that from their Saudi leader. I forgot which one it was. It was at E3 after Microsoft had just announced the Scorpio.
Oh, it was Andrew House, right?
Andrew House.
Yeah.
And remember, he was sitting here. He was like, "Well, what we did," and then you could hear the salt drip from his jaw and everything. He was like, "What we did was just try to do a lateral move. It was just, just enhancing a console. What Microsoft did is change a generation." I said, "Dang, you get the salt drip from them jaws." Wow, like, oh man, it's clean. But that's where they're getting that from, man. You know what I'm saying? So when they coming at you and they saying, "Hey, this is the 9th gen," it's not the 9th gen. We still in the 8th. I think Microsoft had came out and announced that. We just they got that from him, Andrew House. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So bots. I mean, clickers gonna be clickers. And that's what they're going to do, man. So they take that and they run with it. And that's all I want. Man, I just want to come in and say my piece. What's up with everybody, though?
What's good, Show? Good to have you back, brother.
Man, we love you.
Oh, man, I love y'all, too, man.
When are you gonna be back, man? Like,
man, listen, man. I'm telling you, bro. When my life kind of slowed down, man, I'm surprised I can squeeze this in.
Real. I see you put on fucking Facebook. You joined the Black Lives Matter movement down here.
Oh yeah, I'm out here in the streets, baby. we trying to make change. Like that. But what's up, though? What y'all talking about, man? I don't came in.
That's pretty much it. You hit it right. You hit it out of the ballpark. I mean, really interested to hear you. It's funny because you really were ahead of the game. You were the one that was saying all this shit, and it's funny that it came to fruition. And now we're here, and it's just fun to hear that. And like I said, the salt's at all-time levels. I mean, I take a look at sometimes some of these guys, and it's all about hate, like sick Microsoft hate. Like, it is just unnatural, and it's just like they are consumed. And the salt is just at an all-time level. It really is. I think
you know what I do? I'm enjoying it, man. I'm reading the comments and just the butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? I want to write this so bad. Please tell me more. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear more of the song.
You know what it is, though?
Tell me a little bit more, man.
You know what it is, though? Man? Honestly, you know what it is? It's because instead of them focusing on what really mattered, the games, or like I said, we can go back and forth about who got the better games, and I guess I always thought it was very, very stupid for console games to be arguing about resolution or whatever the fuck. To me, that didn't make any sense. We didn't talk about it last generation when 99.9% of the PS3 games, was sub HD. Fact. That's not even my opinion. That's fact. And it is, but who got the better exclusive? Yada yada. Fine, but they have fucking drawn their line in the sand. Even fucking Sony, we got the world's most powerful console. Get used to hearing 1080p, 60 frames a second. You know what I mean? And to you guys that's trying to change the narrative, saying 4K 30 is irrelevant. Or even if we don't know. First of all, you don't know any benchmarks on Zen and Vega, so stop with your fucking fake tech analysts. You don't know shit. There's no benchmarks on the tech that hasn't even been out yet. It's not even on the market. But again, you guys are trying to, with this 1080p 60 frame. How many fucking 1080p 60 frame games are on the fucking PlayStation 4? You guys have been bumping your chest about 1080p 30. So it doesn't even matter. I don't give a fuck if the Xbox One does 1K, 12. The games are gonna run better and look better on the Scorpio, and that's fact. We're gonna have better multiplats
too. The exclusives really will be pushed.
But even the multiplats, we're gonna have the better versions.
Yeah, you're gonna get the listen, and crap. We're kind of privy to some information. I saw the video that crap I think we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
They're going ahead with this, and there's some head scratching things about Neo. You look at Neo and you say, okay, It's not going to do 4K. It's like a half step. Okay, it's not going to do type of VR that you want, like Fallout, like Mr. Howard was saying about Fallout 4. You're not going to
Yeah, you're gonna see Fallout 4, a full version of that on Xbox Scorpio in VR, right? Like that's gonna be achievable on Xbox Scorpio. That's not gonna be achievable on PlayStation VR. So,
right. So you talk about another half step. Then you talk about what is their plans with 4K? Are they going to have a 4K media player? Now, I know that you've read the documents, and I know that you've seen. There's been no mention of 4K or HDR. Now, I'm assuming that they're going to have HDR.
You know what, though, Tim? Maybe not. Well, I know HDR is embedded in.
If they don't have HDR, then
I want to say this. HDR, I know Microsoft is embedded in Windows 10 and DirectX 12. That's why it's software thing. Now Sony uses OpenGPL, whatever the fuck OpenGPL. Yeah. I know they don't use Vulkan. They're not using Vulkan for the PS4. No. But I don't know if that's maybe it can be added. I don't know. If that's
I heard that Microsoft is making the Scorpio because they're afraid of the standard PS4 because they're going to get an update that's going to push that thing to over 5.5 teraflops in and of itself. Just wait till Vulkan gets implemented, guys. I mean, secret
people
so they're waiting for an update.
That's just a joke. That's
their teraflops coming in the patch.
Oh, I'm sure, man. Like the secret sauce patch, bro. Didn't you guys hear? There's this guy. His name's Mr. P.
We're gonna go through Mr. Media X and
he's this guy, Mr. P. Yeah, that's what I heard, dude. There's a double stack GPU and stuff going on in the standard PS4.
Don't forget to tip your waitress, everybody. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
According to Ming Ziago, that's what he's saying.
You're talking about a full. I mean, like for real. I mean, we're privy. Like I said, we're all now privy to the information. With Scorpio, I think
everybody was so shocked by it, Tim. Like we had it for months, and I'm like, why is everybody just now acting like we didn't say exactly this for the longest time? Like it wasn't what a lot of people thought. I was like, look, here's the fact of the matter. They need this thing to run their VR decently. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
it's that same shit like. CPU. They barely have any more bandwidth in the memory. Like seriously, how are you going to do that?
Bandwidth is questionable, yeah, because you're looking at upping your teraflops 2.3, I think, times, and then
the GPU they went to Polaris.
You look at the bandwidth, and you're like, it's at 218. It just honestly, it looks like a half-step system. It looks like something that was looks like it's going to run. It looks like it was solely designed for, basically to help run with PSVR, because that's the only thing that I can think of. Because you look at the specs of it, and it really there's some head scratching there. And I'm not being a fanboy or trying to push anything down, but like I look at that system and then I look at Scorpio, and the things that I'm hearing about Scorpio, like Zen CPU,
and what's his name? Phil said it himself that they could have did what Sony did, or maybe a little better, but to achieve full 4K gaming, I guess in the console and being affordable, the technology. Because some of you guys are doing these benchmarks. Vega and Zen is not even out yet. You know what I mean?
Right. That's possible that they might go with that. But one thing that I want to...
Go. I'm talking. Yeah.
No, just one thing I want, and I know that you brought it. The checkerboarding, the 2K checkerboarding, which is kind of like what? Let's just say it's a resolution, a quantum break thing, a type of thing that it does pretty good, but it's not true 4K. Now, what I'm afraid of is that if Sony has a third-party deal with, say, like Call of Duty, they're going to force parity on this, and it's a very real thing. Like if we as fans, all of us here, and all the people listening.
Don't buy that shit.
No, we have to. Well, we don't have to boycott it. We have to demand 4K. Because the Scorpio is capable, and
my question though, Tim, on that with the parity, right? Is they going to make PC version the same way?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be one code for DirectX 10 and Windows.
Yeah. And so if that's what I'm saying. Like if they're making it for PC gamers and PC gamers can have a high resolution or whatever, shouldn't Xbox get that version?
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping. But Yeah, that's a good question. I'm just hoping that we don't get dubbed down to a lazy dev that's just that has a marketing deal and does the checkerboarding for Xbox across the thing. Now I think that they're going to make the native 4K version, but it is up to us to demand 4K. Don't let anybody tell you that 4K is doesn't you can't tell the difference because as
Right.
we all know, we all live this
You
and
can't.
things happen for a reason. You know what? And
Mhm.
those people, like you said, and as Zaire said, they drove that shit home.
Oh
They
man, they
did.
drove him
Hey,
home.
there's a huge difference between 900p and
Uh-huh.
1080p,
Uh-huh.
but apparently there's zero difference between
Between
1080p and
1080p and
4K.
4K.
Come on, man, get the fuck out of here! Get out of
I
here!
mean, yeah, it's
Come
just a
on.
measly.
Hey, listen, listen. I'm gonna say this to put this in layman's terms, and for you, some of you guys that may be on the fence or whatever, I want you to understand this. To this at a minimum, I've heard some things that the Scorpio may be even more powerful than 6 teraflops. Okay,
It
but
might
at a
be.
minimum, we know we have 6 T-flops, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
To achieve that 6 T-flops, you're gonna need a Neo and a standard PlayStation 4 combined together. You know what I mean? To
Well,
equal the
that's
power of
the
the fucking
irony of it
Scorpio.
all.
But you,
Is that the
but,
go
but
on,
you know,
Sasha.
also, what I like about this power conversation, what Phil did, he just came out and flexed his muscles, man. They
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah,
drove
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
power
yeah, yeah.
thing so
Yes,
home, and
yes,
they don't got on Phil nerves. They don't had this man in interviews asking him about resolution,
yes.
embarrassing him, knowing that this console wasn't his, but he was on the development team of it. So he took the blame for all that. So he got mad and said, you know what? I'm gonna go on in my bag of tricks. I'm gonna go ahead and make up this Scorpio thing and show y'all what I really can do. And he put an end to this resolution thing.
Yeah.
So now you don't hear it that much. That's why ponies
Oh
don't
no,
get
it's
quiet. I mean,
over.
they don't get
Yeah,
quiet.
listen,
You
no,
know what
not
I'm saying?
even
You
just
don't
the
hear
ponies.
nothing.
And
You know
show, you don't hear it on IGN.
You
You
don't
don't
hear
hear it on
nothing.
Kotaku. You don't hear it in Digital Foundry.
No.
By now we've been able to hear about Battlefield being fucking 720p. You know what I mean? We've been
Digital
heard about
Foundry,
it.
Digital Foundry didn't say shit.
I can't even show my marching video. Remember how I used to show the
Yeah,
little video when they come into battle?
yeah.
You know what? They don't left the war. You know what I'm saying? They
What,
don't
what,
exit out. You know what I'm saying?
what you
They
said,
just
crap?
fight and go.
I said, Digital Foundry was like, yeah, the Xbox One version of Battlefield 1 looks good. I mean, they weren't saying shit.
Yeah,
Like
you know what I mean?
seriously,
So,
like you could tell that they really kind of changed it, and that's the genius of what Microsoft did. Like
Oh
they
man.
finally were able to do what they needed to do, right? Like they got the leader, they got the plan, and they took the hits in order to get where they are. But a lot of people question them talking about Scorpio after
wow.
they talked about the S. But what they did was bought themselves time with their Xbox One because nobody's going to
Yes.
talk resolution.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Right.
For why? Because the media we all know sucks up to Sony, and you can't sit there and talk resolution now and not do it a year from now. So that all of a sudden changes the
Well,
narrative and
That
how
You know,
people.
so much.
the narrative. It
Listen.
changes the narrative, but it also changes the fact that now, if you take the power conversation out of IGN's mouth, which they can't do that, now we're back to what? "Quote unquote" the games.
Games.
Here's the
Yes,
problem,
the
though.
games.
Sony don't have any games.
So don't.
That's the problem. So it's real quiet on the Sony front. There's nothing. They don't have power. They don't have resolution, and they don't have games.
Online.
You know what I like though. I'm telling you, Phil had rope-a-doped them. He suckered everybody in because we was getting all on Phil, cussing him out, all kind of little stuff like, Phil, won't you be the behemoth that you would?
Be the behemoth that you are. Jesus,
So
man.
then all of a sudden he decided to do it, and he did it without really changing a generation. He stayed within this generation and still progress and push this forward. This
You
is
know
the
what?
console we should have had day one.
You know what? I'm gonna say
You know
this.
what I'm saying?
Right. You're right.
I'm gonna say this. It's something that I've been saying. You know what I mean? Like I've always said. I said if your competition, which is Sony, if they're gonna go back into the box and change whatever, you know what I mean? This is a business. This is competition. And I still say, if they just would announce the Slim, that does nothing. You know what I mean? They had to come out and announce the Scorpio. You know why? Because us as Xbox fans, diehards, been there to go out day one and buy it. We've got our fucking eyes black, our lips busted. We didn't get to enjoy it. So now everyone, when they announced the fucking score, like I said, they needed to do. Everybody wanted to change their fucking symbol on Twitter, pumping their fucking chest. We're great.
Yeah.
This feels good to be an Xbox fan. And it said hardware.
Wow.
I mean, games is cool. We can talk this. I mean, don't get me wrong. We did some spinning on our end, but it is what it is. You motherfuckers drew the line in a sense. So but we should not go quietly into the night. All right, next gen. You going to talk about this for? Yes, I am, motherfucker. Yeah, I am going to talk about it for. You talked about it for 3 fucking years. I can't do 2, 3 videos. Like, skip this shit. They're already. Jesus, this is your second video in a row about this. We get it already. No.
Hey, I wish I was doing videos right now, bro. I'm telling you, like brushing my teeth in the morning. Every video would have that.
Coach D. Y'all fussing already. We ain't even started. We even had the first round. I didn't get 2 videos. You guys are fussing already. No.
While Sony was playing checkers, Microsoft was playing chess.
Yeah, not even. You know what it is?
This is the same thing that happened to Microsoft in 2013 with this power stuff. When they came, he just reversed it. He waited a while. He said, "All right, I'm gonna let you eat that." But now he caught them by surprise. He threw it in the listen. When they announced their console, he waited until their specs. He knew what was going on. He waited till they fully was committed. It was going to the shipment before he even announced anything about what he had coming.
You know what I'm saying?
Brilliant.
And this, you gotta realize this too.
Everything.
It's something I've been saying again. And let's be real. Sony can't spin with Microsoft. They can. I'm not even talking about the money, but Sony is already spreading itself thin. They have VR, which they're heavily invested into. Then they're probably about $1 billion. Then this new hardware that they've refreshed, and then there's rumored to do a slim. They're already fucking spread it thin. You know what I mean? And they don't have the resources as Microsoft. I mean, they don't. So they couldn't afford to.
Well, they got a lot on their table. They have to have PSVR.
Yes.
Be a hit, and you know what? I've been well versed with my VR. My sentiment. I'm not personally, super excited about it. Maybe I like to do it if I get some really crazy graphical experience, but. I don't know. At this point, I think that you got Neo coming out. You have the PSVR. You have the PS4. I really, it's going to be interesting to see if this PSVR, like about 2 months ago, I think it was like people were thinking that it was just going to be a slam dunk hit. I don't know. I really don't know if that's going to be the case anymore. I think that it will sell strong out, and then it really has to have. Its game on, and if that thing fails, that might
go fail, man.
If it fails, it's going to.
It's when, not if.
It's inevitable.
That's going to directly affect the Sony division, because this is the only division that's making really a big profit. Like, this is their shit right now. This is their company bloodline.
They've been trying to do VR since the 60s. That's how long VR been trying to be coming to fruition. And everybody failed. Every time they came, it just looked at the most cheesiest, stupidest thing you ever seen. Now, don't get me wrong, technology has advanced. I'm pretty sure that what they need, they can probably put in there. But who's going to sit with this on their face for that long period of time?
That's
not
really
going to happen.
That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to, Joe. Because nobody wants to come home after a long day's work and put on a motorcycle helmet. I promise you, it just doesn't work that way.
Mini games, that's the main thing. It's like
happen.
It's not. It is. It's a lot of simulators. It's mini games.
Experiences.
You know what?
That's why I believe augmented reality is the way to go instead of virtual reality.
Okay, but what I think, again, like I've said before,
Pokemon kind of opened my eyes to that. Like, you look at something like Pokemon Go, if you had that shit on HoloLens, which you can use untethered out in the open, you just need a wireless or cellular connection. You're talking about a real type thing where it could blow up, and be a big hit. Whereas it's just that the VR to me is a very secluded experience.
Yeah, it's just isolated.
You know what? No, I'm gonna say this.
And after the first go-aheads with it, it's like Kinect. You just become like.
You know what? Like I said before, for VR to truly take off, it has to be adapted by a third party, the multiplats. I'm not talking about the niche games, because you know what? You're gonna go out there and you're gonna buy your version of Kinect Sports, like we all did. When Kinect Sports 2 come out, that's $60 a pop you buy for that PlayStation VR. You're not gonna fucking buy it. When you buy that, you're gonna go out and buy Robot Golf. Yay! but you're not gonna buy a robot golf too.
Well, here's the thing, too, and we should just change the scenery here for a second and look at the other side of the coin. I am totally agreeing with what we're saying here on PSVR and PlayStation Neo, but let's turn it around. Me and Zaire were talking about this behind the scenes just before the show started, and that was that Microsoft has to up their ante in the marketing department for for the Scorpio, because yes, the Scorpio, we all know it. We know it. We the hardcore. We the people doing podcasts. We, Microsoft, the people putting in 12 to 20 hours a week for your product. We are the ones that know that. The people that don't are the people on the couch, the people that just mosey around the mall, this and that. So the marketing department needs to step up their game, and the PR department needs to take it down a notch and calm the fuck down. What they actually need to do is take their time, start to let the public and the casual gamer know, what does that power mean? Listen, my wife says it all the time. She goes, what the fuck are you talking about when you say T-flops? Because, all right, nobody knows what a T-flop is, okay? So next time you get on stage, and you talk to an audience, say the number, then explain the number on the next slide.
Or you do what Sony
would be a brilliant idea? A brilliant idea is what they did with the Xbox when they first launched it. I don't know if y'all remember that truck that went around from city to city.
Oh yeah.
And they allowed people to get their hands on it.
Yeah.
And play it. You see what I'm saying? They had like where they went to like different game stops or different little things. They had like where they set up little spots.
I mean, they probably do something like that.
And get that back, because that helped for real. You know what? It helped.
So they had to take it one step further. Here's the thing. Let's be realistic here. They already get outed, I guess, on Amazon, Spain, or France for £400. That's about $450 for the Neo, coming out October 13th, right along with the VR thing, right? So you think the Neo is going to be $450 this year, right?
Right.
And by the time next year, when the Scorpio comes out, you say Microsoft launches their Scorpio at $500. Sony automatically going to take off $50 to make it. So it's going to be a $400 goddamn race again. But what Microsoft has to do, they have to show the consumers. They didn't do that before with the Xbox wanted to connect, because motherfuckers didn't want to connect. But they got to go out there and show and beat down the doors and let the consumers know, if you want a true 4K gaming experience and everything else that your console can do, you play it up times fucking 10.
But
you know what I mean?
100%. They cannot be timid. They cannot be pussyfooty.
All that tiptoeing around.
Let me tell y'all something that y'all not thinking about, though. I don't think they have to really go that hard to get them to buy something that's more powerful, because what they did unified everything. Everything is unified, and they trying to get the casuals with the lesser. So the people that don't have the money, they trying to get the hardcore gamers with the Scorpio.
Oh yeah, I'm just
you know what I'm saying? And that's a console for the hardcore gamers.
Right, they are viewing it as a premium game, but you know what?
The S and a regular Xbox, that's
the regular Xbox is phased out.
It's probably gonna go to the S eventually. It's gonna be phased.
Oh, it is. The S is gonna be the introduction to the ecosystem. But I'm just saying,
that's still gonna be on the same level as the regular Xbox, but you can still do upscale and all that other stuff. But I just think that they trying to cater to everybody. So however kind of gamer you are, it fits under the umbrella of that.
No,
whatever type of gamer you are, if you're a hardcore gamer, you're gonna go for the more.
I get that, Joe. But what I'm saying is that they have to be clear of the message. For some people that may not, I got $500, right? Mm-hmm. I'm on Miziato. I've been dancing topless in the fucking Wiggly bar for fucking 6 summers, right? I'm finally gonna get my next generation console. I got my Grown Folk Man page up, cool. Now I'm gonna buy the Neo. I'm gonna buy the fucking Scorpio. Microsoft, or the S, or the standard, whatever. Microsoft has to come out and when I say set the narrative, to show people the benefits of why you want to buy this premium product, something that your competitor can't do. That's what basically, you know what I mean? We have this, Sony can't fucking touch it, you know what I mean? Or whatever, or the Nintendo NX, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? They have to.
That's actually a great slogan, Z. Right at the end.
Yeah.
Right as soon as they get done with the commercial, and no one can touch it. Bang. Yeah. Just flat out let people know it's the superior product.
There you go.
We got to stop. Listen, we can do this now. But come March 2017, we got to stop with the commercials. Have to start, and they got to stop with the T-flops and get into what the power actually is.
I want to see a commercial with the Superman song in the back.
Fact.
Well, listen, to me, what they have to do is they have to, and this goes for Phil, because this goes for all the guys that are on Twitter. They have to. Phil has to show a little bit of balls. You
Yeah.
know, you look at Yoshida, and he fucking posts graphs at 1080p and
Uh-huh.
720p, and he took it to took it to Microsoft. If
Yes, he did.
Microsoft does not take it to Sony, that's on them. And you know what? I fear that they probably, like, Phil is such a high road type guy that he'll miss that message.
You know what? But listen, though, that's why I said for you guys. You know, I Phil, cool, but this is business. Business is not a fucking, a paper route. It's a dirty. That's why you see what you want about fucking Donnie D. Donnie was a smug motherfucker. He felt he played the character. He played the role. Regardless of him being a gamer or whatever fucking Phil. You know what? I remember they questioned him after fucking when Microsoft had that horrible fucking E3 with Usher on stage and all that shit. And then they asked, Don, what about Sony? Fucking, but hey, we got Gears of War. None of their exclusives ever sold $2 million, 2 million copies. So they have to come out there, like I said, peacock around, pump their fucking chest. You're with the second world's wealthiest company or whatever the fuck you are. You gotta let that fucking be known. Stop with this timid shit.
If Don Matrick was still the CEO running Xbox, BGST would be getting the Lifetime Achievement Award at next E3. I think because he liked the idea that we come out and we're a little more cocky. You know what I mean? We're a little more cocky. We have to be a little bit more tough. This is the time, like you're saying. Phil's got to step up right now. He's got to let everybody know what it is. What is it actually? And it's funny. Shout out to Hebot, who Hebot. Everyone knows in the community. He just sent me a link to what an actual equivalent for T-flop is. So shout out to him, bro. But I mean, like, what's funny about it is we talk about it, but in order to win the war, the Scorpio, in my personal opinion, is probably going to be more than the Neo, right? I think that's just dollars and cents, right? That's just a given, and that's okay. Listen, I've said this all the time. The reason capitalism works is when you're getting something, when you hand somebody your money and you get something back in return, whether it be a service or a better service than what somebody else got the same but a lower quality, you're still happy. It works. So if the Scorpio is giving me that much more power, now just explain it to people. What is it they can get? Explain how much better things are.
You can
explain 4K. Explain DX12. What it is. Show differentials. Show HDR.
Yeah.
Show things. Show the VR difference. Here's our competitor, right? And here's this. You don't have to put Sony under it. You can just put competitor and then put a generic look.
You know what? To add what you're saying, Mooch, this is what they got to do.
Their name in there.
Listen, exactly. You know what they have to do? They have to go back to the old Microsoft. I mean, don't get me wrong. Exclusives are important. You have to also offer that. But they have to get there because, again, multi-plats rule. You get those every Tuesday. They got to be first with the fucking first-party, third-party deals. You know what I mean? And say, hey, if you want to play Tarzan saving Jane in fucking Africa and 4 fucking K, whatever the fuck, they have to do that. They need the commercials. They need the theme. They have to do it all, man. You know what I mean? Like, they have to go back to where they were. They were hungry when the 360 came out. They were the new kid on the block. You know what I mean? They got their ass kicked in the first round, and they came out fucking balls to the wall. And that's what they have to do again. Kick ass and take names later. You know what I mean? Fuck being nice. You know what I mean? It's cool you guys are on Twitter. You're doing the podcast. Fuck all that. Get the kicking ass. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, this is a different field, though, next gen. You ain't paying attention to the move that he did. He took all that for a couple of years, man. He let them get everything out.
What you saying? He pulled
in mid-gen, like in mid-generation. He dropped something powerful, bro, on everybody.
Hey,
Just calmed all that down. It's like he calmed everything down.
No. He calmed arguments too. He really did.
Listen. You know what? The quote unquote the hardcore, the people that are within the fucking within the loop. But again, the average Joe Schmo don't know anything about this shit right here. You know what I mean? We're going to initially we're going to buy it in drove, but to make it to a success, it has to be adapted by the casuals. You know what I mean? Let's be clear of that. We're going to go out by day one. You're going to sell 2 million at launch, cool. But to continue with that success or whatever to drive at home, you have to, they have to win over the quote unquote the casual crowd. That's when you make any goddamn console a success. The hardcore are going to buy day one.
But you're looking at it as a new console. It's not. It's a continuation. That's why I'm trying to get you to say. Right. That's why I'm trying to get you to see they're going to consistently sell the S.
No, I know, but
that's what crap says.
So all of it is going to be as, even if they buy the Scorpio or they buy the S, it's still going to be counted as one continuation
I understand
of this generation. So
the S is going to sell in gang 200, 300, 250 when it comes out or whatever. But what I'm saying, but again, you know, again, if this say if the Neo is outperforming the fucking Scorpio, right? We're not gonna fucking hit the end of this. You know what I mean? They have
How
to
the
cover
fuck is
all
that
bases.
possible? That defies logic.
Yeah, but listen, I listen.
Zen
Heard
Vega, whatever, Zen
yeah,
with
we know what
faster
that shit means, and that's cool.
the
But
Neo,
What if that
the Neo ain't gonna
outperforms?
be counted separate. The Neo gonna be counted with the PlayStation 4.
Exactly.
I'm saying, we're talking about the media who's been up Sony's ass this whole. You don't know, bro. Trust
Well,
me.
Digital Foundries. Listen, if we have a system that's outperforming a much stronger system, then there should be question marks. At the end of the day, everything's going to fall into place, and what's going to happen is everything's going to fall into place, and Xbox is going to win these face-offs pretty readily.
Easily.
They're going to win it.
Higher
And,
graphic fidelity.
they might have full native 4K.
Fuck the resolution, but just a higher graphic fidelity. Games are look better graphically on our console.
This news with the Scorpio hit like with Kevin Durant going to the Warriors.
You're right. It shook up the gaming world.
You see people talk differently now about Xbox One.
Yes, they took all the thunder from the Neo, all of it.
Right.
It's gone.
Well, they also helped the Xbox One out because crap always says crap has said that the Xbox One S is going to be the real seller, and I could see that too. I mean, you got a new sexy console that does 4K. It does it natively. And the consumers are kind of going to be confused. They're going to look at that console and say, "Wow, it's only $299. It's the cheapest one on the block."
Yeah. Not only that, but the S upscales to 4K too. There's literally hardly any difference between what that's going to do and what Neo's going to do. To be honest with you, so I think that with the narrative of the actual native resolution being like nobody gives a shit anymore, like people are free to get and play and enjoy what they want, and so that's what you're going to see. And I've said this. Look. That what's going to happen is Microsoft is going to win a lot of these upcoming NPDs, right? They're going to like the August, September, October. There's just going to be hit after hit after hit. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
They should win August. They really should win.
I think we got a whole lot of breath.
They pushed 300 and some thousand last month. That's unbelievably good.
I'm just saying, but
really?
Sony's been fucking. Yeah. Sony been fucking. And again, I'm an Xbox dude. I just don't bet against black anymore. I thought when Halo. I mean, and again, I guess where it used to be. I guess when exclusives meant more, they sold more hardware. This generation has been the multi-platform, which really has been pushing the fucking hardware, and Sony's had all the third-party deals and yada 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 yada. You know what I mean? So Sony for this whole entire generation have not had any games on the holiday season. It's just been sparse. But they still been in the movie.
PS3 games, and it's they've had Little Big Planet 3 2 years ago. Last year,
they haven't had any heavy. They haven't had any Uncharted.
Even if you look at Last Guardian, let's be honest, it's a PS3 game that's been.
It is. What they do? Is it this year? Is it this year?
This year. That's their big year, and GT Sport
for the VR. You can't play without the VR.
You can play it without the VR. I've seen it. It's a pretty good game, but Forza just fucking blows it away.
Forza. At least we got a racer to compare to that. We got Forza Horizon, which is the fucking best of the fucking series, in my opinion. I love the Horizon fucking. I'm not really into simulation racers, but I love the Forza Horizon series. But we'll also have Gears of War. Gears is going to be fucking huge. I told you that's Microsoft new fucking #1 fucking franchise.
It's not though. If you look at Halo, that game's got a lot more buzz going right now than even that long. Dude, they announced 16.5 million players before it went free for a week.
Yeah.
It's
retained. They're gonna have a bundle. They're gonna have the $2.99 bundle.
Wait, are you saying that they sold 16 million copies of this goddamn game?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they've announced 16.5 million players, and they've also. Because they've have a lot of people play the game. It's fucking slow.
How do you play the game without owning
the multiplayer is going strong still.
Well, you can have the multiplayer. They're saying that multiplayer has more retention than any other Halo outside of Halo 3.
Halo 3.
It beat Halo 2 It destroyed Halo 2. It's like it's got a lot of retention, and the reason is because they're doing it right. So they're building it up, and it looks great. And that's their main franchise.
I think Gears going to take it down, man.
I don't think so.
You know why?
You know why Gears
I
won't?
thought Gears, but no, Halo is really.
It'll sell
at 5
a lot,
million already.
but
3 months ago it was at 5.
Well, yeah, it was after. It was 3 months in. It was at 5. But anyway,
whatever. I think it was 3 months ago that he said that.
I buy it not to be
Franklin
blasphemous,
said it was
but
at 5,
I don't like fucking Halo.
Well, no, it's fine, but I'm just telling you this: like, multiplayer keeps people around. Halo has really good multiplayer. Gears has like balls crunching.
Awesome, man. Stabbing.
It is, but it's like, but look, if you're not good at it, you abandon the multiplayer quick.
I'm gonna tell you, that's what's saving Uncharted for real. That's how important multiplayer.
Uncharted, what's that? I mean, people aren't even talking about that shit anymore.
That's what I'm saying. You got ponies consistently playing it. They playing online. They playing Uncharted.
I don't know. I don't really turn mine on.
Well, Gears is a cult fan. Don't get me wrong. It's not to be snuffed at. It's Microsoft's second most popular fucking franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to shit the bed or anything. I'm just saying to say that it's going to overtake Halo, I think, is presumptuous. Because Halo, I would have maybe guessed that too, because everybody's like, well, Microsoft never talks numbers. But now that they've hinted at numbers now, like you think, well, shit, like that game could easily be at over 10 million copies sold. You know, it's been on sale a couple of times. It's been.
I just think that Gears with the console, the Slim, the 4K. No one's talking about resolution anymore, or whatever the fuck the case may be. And it looked like Microsoft they're doing a theme console that's really fucking nice. You know what I mean? That's us, we're gamers, we're nerds.
It's kind of shit on them.
I just think it's gonna do well, man. I look at it as that being a console seller. You know what I mean? That can get some quote unquote some Sony guys to buy the the Xbox One. In this way, these when they invest in these fucking exclusives to sell hardware. So I think it's gonna do well. That's just my opinion.
Oh, it's gonna do well, I'm sure. I mean, the game looks fantastic. I don't think it's gonna.
If you had to give a number for Halo with Halo 5, what would you say?
I would say Halo 5 was at least 10 million.
You think 10 million? Jeez. Yeah, what do you think the lifetime sales of the
I don't know about 10. I'd say maybe 7. You probably.
What do you think? What do you think?
It was at 5. Listen, 5 in 3 months.
Yeah, but it might be at 7 at the end. It might be at 7, 8 at the end. Listen, they're gonna package this. There was a leak of and it looks nice. Listen, that console is gonna sell more than any console on Xbox, obviously. So that if they're gonna go full ahead with that Xbox Halo 5 one with the 4K player, Xbox One S with the hottest console on the market,
upscale to 4K. They're gonna put that on the box too. They're gonna put that sell on the box. You know what? Not for nothing. We've seen the box. Even though it's not native, because Sony probably have it on their fucking Neo box. Microsoft should have 4K on the fucking Xbox One S box. Or they should. They should have it on the fucking box. It should be on the fucking box. They can upscale upscale games to 4K. That should be there in bold fucking letters. They go for in that fucking K. It should. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers can't tell the difference between native or upscale. I'm just being really average Joe Smo. And Microsoft, you're listening again. I'm doing your job for you again. You should have that fucking 4K plastered on the fucking box. I guarantee you fucking Sony's gonna do it. I guarantee you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is their last fucking ditch. That great. You gotta put the 4K on the fucking box. They got to. And I don't think it's on the box. You gotta put it. Netflix, everything 4K. Put all that shit around the goddamn box. Upscale. They have to do that, man. You know what I mean? Because the average motherfucker. And you can't again. They're not gonna fucking advertise Microsoft stuff inside the store for you. Your GameStop. They are any fucking way. Best Buy is leaving the goddamn a stack right here. You pick it up and go up to the goddamn counter. So you got to put that shit on the box, man. You got to. I don't know. It's fuck, man.
Yeah, I think they will. Listen.
It's not on the box, and now the one that we've seen that they're showing.
I think that they have to. We'll have to talk about HDR and stuff. Like I said, I gotta see. I gotta see if Neo. If Neo doesn't have HDR, that's a pretty big deal. But
I don't know if it's better than the Open GPL or whatever. I don't know.
I think that they'll build it. And listen, they have TV still in the market. If they're stupid enough, if they don't build HDR into this, they are really stupider than
HDR. I was at Best Buy with the family yesterday. It was just passing some time, and HDR is the buzzword right now on TV.
Oh yes, it is. It's nice.
And now Samsung's got the SUHD. Which has got it's it's HDR to the max, man. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, it's good. The SUHDs with the 100 spot, whatever the fuck you call it. Yeah, I was just reading. But believe it or not, I want to see the shameless plug again. According to CNET and a couple, the Vizio set, the P series, you can probably get a 50-inch for like $800. They rated higher than Sony's and fucking Samsung. It came right up under the LG, the OLED, OLEDs, that LG has. Those are like the top of the goddamn line. But that Vizio, they really they said that the knock against the set is it's not, it doesn't have great sound. You know what I mean? But everyone has a sound bar, whatever. So it doesn't have great sound. But as far as the brightness and stuff, they said it's the best, one of the best 4K HDR televisions that you can buy on the market. It's extremely affordable. A 50-inch is like $750 or some shit like that. 65 is like $1,400 or something. Dirt cheap, you know what I mean? So like I said, HDR is very, very affordable now. It's not expensive anymore. So that's going to be the new push going forward.
And if you're looking for a TV, make sure it has HDR10 support.
Yes, 10.
It's probably all going to be built in, and I think I've heard rumors of Dolby. They're the other.
No, what it is? That's just not the standard. HDR10 is the standard, and Dolby Digital Vision is more of a chip, but the HDR10, more like software or whatever the hell, that's the industry standard. You have some sets. I believe some sets have one. Some sets have two. And I believe the Vizio does have HDR10 and HDR Dolby Digital. You know what I mean? But some of the
Zaire's right. Let me just take this. When I was at Best Buy, we pulled up this website, and I don't remember what it was. It was like rtinks or rsomething.com. And I can get that for people if you want. You can DM me or write me on Twitter. I'll get you the web address. But anyways, he pulled each of his TVs up that he had, and I kept saying, does it have HDR10? And he kept saying to me, sir, you don't have to keep saying 10. HDR, that's the standard. He said the only thing you have to make sure is that if it's Dolby or not. So when we looked at it on the site and you click on the TV of your choice, it says HDR and then it says Dolby. And the one I was looking at the new KS900, I think it was. And that was HDR, not Dolby. So he goes, you're going to be fine. He goes, I'm well aware what the Xbox One S is going to need. This is going to work for that TV. So, I mean, it was just like funny that he kept saying, you don't have to keep saying, he goes, HDR is just the standard. It's the Dolby. Standard, you just got to look for the Dolby. If it's the Dolby, then you can have the, the
mustard
with the S. But other than that, yeah. So that's just something that, like, because I kept saying 10, he's like,
because again, some sets don't do both.
Say 10. They do say 10. I've seen some of the folks at Microsoft tweet that out. But as long as it's HDR, you're in good shape. Just make sure it's not the Dolby one.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's HDR10 and there's this Dolby. But I've heard that. Listen, this is kind of in its infancy. It's just growing, but it's a software thing. So I'm expecting HDR10 and all this to be patched in. Obviously, if you have
you talking about the Neo, or you talking about what are you talking about with who?
With Xbox.
Okay.
The Xbox.
No, listen. I want to say this. So the original Xbox, the OG Xbox, that's not going to get HDR.
No.
That's just for the Xbox
You can't do that because of the HDMI
1.4.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Motherboard.
You're not going to even get Netflix.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It is, but there's this.
No, it's because
problem with HDCP and
they would be
copyright.
The other thing a lot of people need to know too, and this is just me giving a little advice, is that you should make sure that your Xbox One S, if you want to see your Netflix in full 4K, is hardwired. It's not. I don't know if you're going to get that 4K ability if you're streaming it seamlessly over the wireless.
You need 30 megabits, right?
Yeah.
25. If you listen.
Right.
Here's the deal with 4K. Now you have a 4K player that bit rate is about to match it. You need like 70 megs. Right now, I think that they're running at 25 megabits for 4K. So if you want your best content to look the best, when you have no problems, you're going to get the physical UHD disc, okay? Mm-hmm. If you want to watch 4K and you want to watch it, and you're going to get a little bit of lower quality, you're going to stream it from your Xbox. Now, like Mooch just pointed out, you got to hardwire the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, a lot of people are connecting wireless. They're connecting 2.4. They're not even connecting 5G. They don't even know what the fuck it is. Their router's on the other side of the house. Listen, run a fucking Cat 5 or have somebody from the Penny Saver or have your network provider run a Cat 5 to your Xbox One, and then you have a full media device that can play 4K streaming and can also play it.
I ran. Tim's right. When I had my entertainment room set up downstairs, I had the guys that were here run 2 separate lines. One was redundancy of Cat 6. I had them run it down right from the router. That way, it's a direct feed. That's the only way you're gonna really get this. When people say, "Are you looking at true?" It's the closest thing to true you're gonna get is if you're hardwired. If you're doing it wirelessly, you're not gonna get. I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad image, but it's not gonna be the image you're looking for.
You might get stuttering. You might get. Listen, when you're wireless, you're never getting. When you're wireless, you get drops, you get interference, your fucking baby monitor goes off in the other thing, and it fucking drops the speed by 20. If you have a physical connection, you are dealing with something that is always going to be consistent. It's not going to drop unless obviously you have a problem with it. All you really got to do is get Cat 5 or Cat 6. You run it from one location to the other, and you just put ends on. You could do this yourself. It's not really a hard thing. Most of us, are adults. You could figure it out. But if you have your Xbox, at the very least, connect to the 5G if your router has it. And if your router's on the other fucking side of the house, you're a lost cause.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry. You still at Verizon, right?
Yeah.
What's their top of the line router?
The FHQ.
So I have to call and request that, and they're gonna charge me.
You would have to buy. You have to buy it or rent it. Yeah. The Quantum Gateway router.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Because the router that I have is IP version 6, but I might just get an update the motherfucker.
They charge you They charge you. You'll have to just call up. You can rent it. It's not that much.
Am I renting this router here, or is this mine? Did I pay for that?
You probably own it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Shit, but all right. Well, was anything else we didn't discuss today, fellas?
No. Yes, crap.
Any games coming out that we're looking forward to? We Happy Few is in 8 days, guys.
You guys were really into that. I'm not into that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm into it, but I'm gonna probably wait and see who streams it and watch somebody kind of twitch it out. Maybe Randall twitch it or someone. I don't know.
Well, just request it from request a copy.
Oh, you could do that.
I'm gonna do. Okay, dude.
Well, then don't you have to do a video, or you have to give it some type of
press or something.
Yeah.
You can't just take it and do nothing. I mean.
Well, I mean, no. It's like. It depends. Sometimes if it sucks or whatever, but yeah, most of the time, if you request a video, then yeah, you do some kind of video on it.
You do either a video on it, or you do it. I mean, they also would like to see if you twitch it, stream it a little bit. When you're at that kind of level, like they just want a lot of press. So anything you'll do to put it out,
I'm about to press rating. I'm not paying $50 for that shit.
It's 35. Yeah. But I mean, there's that. I'm trying to think of what else. I'll be honest with you, Z. This will be music to your ears. I've been playing some Killer Instinct, and now here's
you like it, motherfucker.
I do like it.
Holy shit!
Let me ask you guys a question, because I've spent an hour and a half in the dojo learning fucking Jago. Hey. Listen, here's my thing, though. Is it bad that I only want to be that character right now because I get his shit really well?
No, did you get the free to play, or did you buy it for like $15, $25, whatever?
Well, here's what happened, and I got to look up the kid's name in a second, but I bought the Season 1 and 2 for $15 in the big sale. And then shout out to, I think his last name's McGrath, big Mooch Maniac fan. He hooked me up with the Season 3 characters. With the code, so I got the full game now, and I'm loving it. And
you see what you've been missing? It's a great goddamn. It's fun.
It is. It really is.
There's nothing wrong with having a select character. Everyone does that.
But now, Tim, here's my question to you guys: do the moves correlate with all the characters, or each one?
No, different moves?
No, all different. There's like big characters. There's stay away characters like fucking Spino or that fucking Spider Girl. I hate her.
But it's not. You know what? It's not hard to play. Those easy.
Then there's quick guys. There's like quick in guys like.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the Yago character Jago because
you be doing like you think you're doing something, right?
He's basically Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter, and I like that shit. You know, and I like that.
Yeah, that's.
I like. What's her name? Chinwoo, the bitch with the fire fucking nunchuck. That's my.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if you've played lately. I've just played a guy, and I really mean this. That game is fucking on fire. Like as far as the graphics, they did some update.
It is nice.
Is it 1080p
particle effects? No, it's
1080p.
900p, but it's still like they added a lot of graphical detail. The game looks different.
The lighting and stuff, yeah, it looks night and day from the first season. Yeah.
And Idol, they just released Idol. Looks absolutely fucking sick.
Is that the last character?
Yeah. He's one of the bosses from the original Killer Instinct.
I remember. What's called fucked him up? That's why his fucking head split in half.
Well, you're gonna have that game, and you're gonna have that game in 4K. That's the type of game that, like, you probably at launch will be having Scorpio 4K, 60 frames per second.
I heard they were doing what do you call it? Surveys for more characters from other Microsoft franchises.
Well, they're coming out with the disc version of this one of all three that's out now.
All three seasons, $20, right?
Yeah, definitive edition. So they might just do a straight out Killer Instinct 2 with some new characters and maybe some guest characters like Mortal Kombat and shit like that. I don't know. It's sort of weird that they're calling this one the definitive edition. And
what did they call the last hard cover set?
Just $40. Just season 1, or it was just called Killer Instinct Season 1.
So the definitive edition people are not getting. Are they getting anything that all of us that own it don't have?
They're getting like some different weird costumes and stuff that are pretty cool, like a gold Gargos and
Well,
here's the thing, like Mooch, you don't have Shadow Jago, do you?
Yeah, he's in 3. Everyone has him.
No, but you don't get him unless it was a special thing.
Fucking beat everything. It's impossible to get him.
No, I got Shadow Jago I bought an Xbox Live card on purpose.
Yeah, that's what happens to me too. I bought the day one Xbox
I don't need
Live
Shadow
card.
Jago to do a fucking combo breaker on your ass.
It's true, but he is a badass though.
Yeah, he is. No, I'm only kidding. No, man, listen, the game is great. The game, it's a lot better than I thought. And to be honest with you, it's kind of got me thinking like, shit, I missed the sale, but I might pick up Mortal Kombat next because that's probably gonna drop in October again.
Dude, you should have picked it up when it was on sale. I picked it up dirt cheap.
Yeah,
man,
but crap. Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. I got Killer Instinct for $15. I can't bitch. And then if I can get, Mortal Kombat come this October. It's not like a new Mortal Kombat's coming out this holiday.
Like Injustice next year.
Yeah, Injustice next year, but that's a full year. That's good. But I'm saying, like, the thing is, though, I will say this. I want a little more prep time, but I'm not really getting my jollies off on playing a single player. I'm actually wanting to, like, compete and play against, like, Zaire and Tim Dog and crap, and if you got a show.
Last night we were all trying to get you into community chat, but everyone said that you were a few too many in.
Oh, yeah. No, who you talking to me?
Yeah, we wanted.
I was trying to get in, but I noticed also it switched over to Battlefield 4, which is like almost I'd rather get a.
Well, no, we were playing Titanfall. It wasn't bad. It got.
I thought it was Titanfall in the beginning.
It got a little crowded. It got a little.
Yeah, we never switched. It never switched. We just stayed on Titanfall.
Oh, all right, shit, all right.
Yeah,
I could have got in late, but I joined the best time. I think the sweet spot to join is like 9:30, 10. Once
I never got an invite.
You weren't on.
I'm always my box stay on, bro.
Dude, you were on. Like I said, there was like 20 people. There was like.
I was on. I was on.
How many people?
I'm always on.
16 now. I mean, when you get up to the 12 area, 13 area, it really does become a little bit too much. Like unless you're playing a game where you're all in on the same.
What do you guys do? Is just with a bunch of subscribers, or I like use the word fan.
Yeah, just subs.
Yeah, but okay. Well, this is Saturday at 9:00.
Saturday, like in between 9 and 10 o'clock, Z.
All right, if I'm at my Black Lives Matters meeting next Saturday at 9 o'clock.
One of the things that we all do for the community, it's like, like me and Mooch were talking about this. This stuff that we do is, we're not making any money. We're doing this for the fans, for the community. We could very well just say, you know what?
I want to add something. I want to add something to that. I want to add something to this. And it's something me and Mooch talked about. I'm not gonna say everything, but we was talking about before you guys even joined the thing. And again, I've always said this. I don't look at any of those execs or anything like celebrities, and I didn't start this thing here for them. Now, granted, this thing took on a fucking hit a life of its own, and I didn't imagine in my wildest dreams. Not saying that we're fucking celebrities, that the brand would be as big as it was. You know what I mean? But it's kind of sad to say that we're looked at as us being the redhead stepchild or children of the quote unquote the Xbox community, because we don't bite our fucking tongue. We we shoot from the fucking hip, and but it's like sometimes it is like I won't say that it's sad, but at the end of the day it is what it is, man. I guess those who get us, and those who don't, man. I would never change who we are to clean up, for fucking Atlanta interviewer. That's just I don't think people tune in to that.
No, I mean I think Zaire says it. I think to what Tim was alluding to as well is just that a lot of us put a lot of time into this every week. I mean, anywhere from on a low end is 10 hours, and a lot of these guys, especially Zaire and Crap, with 2 videos and multiple podcasts, I mean, they're doing somewhere around almost 20 hours a week. And some people, and this again, it's not tooting a horn. We do it because we enjoy it. Yes. We're not doing it like I made a joke of it last week on Bgst, and I told Tim this. Me and Tim have had a couple of great conversations in the past week, and I don't make enough to turn on one fucking light bulb in the house. Like, there's not a lot of money coming in. It's kind of a joke, So it's not like you go, oh, you're doing it for it. No, I'm really not. And the unfortunate part about this is that we come on and speak our minds. Let's just put everything out there for a minute, for 1 second. We come on, we speak our minds, and that's why you're tuning in, because you're actually hearing shock jock reality. Okay, this is really what it is. This is how we in this world of gaming, we're giving you our gut feeling. That's why I prefer to podcast than to do recorded shows. Not that there's anything wrong with recorded shows. I just like podcasts because when you ask me a question, you get my emotions, you get my temperament, you get my excitement, you get my everything, right? So my point is that when people then take our audio and clip it and then send it to people and say, look at the hate, no, you're out of context, all right? You're out of context. You don't understand the situation. In each one of these podcasts, a different event took place. Sometimes it was E3. Sometimes it was everything going to PC. A lot has changed in gaming in the past 2 years, and you've picked up some emotions. And so what if everyone uses a one-liner? Everybody that's judging somebody on this panel, do me a favor when you get done. Go look in the mirror and tell me and tell yourself that you've never said anything wrong, that you've never said one word you don't regret. And don't fucking lie. You're a liar. Because there's one person that hasn't said something they don't So, I mean, it's like you can't say that somebody says something on a podcast and then you hold them to that snippet for the next 8 years. So
yeah, I think that's just the overly sensitive society.
I mean, in the day, we're fucking broke, man. Fucking, I can say what the fuck I want to do. I don't. Listen again, I'm not doing it for them. I don't get a check from them. I do it because it's fun. I didn't start this shit.
And we do it for the fans. There's times when, like, I say, like, Crap will be like I'll be like, oh, like, I'm tired or whatever. And Crap be like, yo, well, we gotta go. The fans want it, or you'll go. The fans go. Like, it's not about anything other than, for me, I can speak for myself personally, but I know how, like last week, how tired were we? And we were like, we gotta get up for the fucking fans.
That's right.
We gotta get up. And how much was I complaining? I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Tired, yeah.
I was like, you guys shut up, fucking take a fucking B12 shot or whatever you were saying. But
Coke.
But the thing is that we really do. We do it for the fans, and we put the work in, and for me, I know everyone on this panel. I know them personally. I know them better than any executives, and I know for a fact that they're good people. Mooch is a good guy. Crap is a good guy. We argue, we have differences. We all said things that maybe were out of context or wrong, but you know what, or off. But you know what, to hold somebody to something that they said 4 years ago because they were mad. It's just simply fucking. It's hypocrisy, because you look at that situation and then you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, who, like, a tweet of his 5 years ago, he said fag boy. He said shut up, fag boy. Now what are you going to hold him to that for 5 years ago because he was mad?
Oh, people will.
People do that, but they do it for their own personal gain.
So they do say, "Oh, this is the same guy."
But listen. To be fair though, in our culture, when you say the word faggot, like that's when you're not talking about sexual preference. You're just talking about.
Well, Eminem said that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. People look at it as when Eminem said it, he said that it's looked at as a sign of weakness, which was a big thing where everyone was saying he was being insensitive, but sometimes when you call that person that word, you're not talking about their sexuality or whatever. You're just saying it's.
You can't beat me. You can't beat me. Basically, you can't beat me.
The fact of the matter is that, like I said, I know everyone on this panel, and you guys give it your all for the fans all week, and
but you know what?
It's not about money. It's not about. I mean, come on.
But you know what matters?
I appreciate that, Tim, and thank you. Z, and I want you to speak. I just want to say one thing that I think that Tim. Tim has a voice, and I appreciate what he says because this isn't today only, by the way. Tim's come on this show. He's been on his show. He's been on TXR. He says it on Twitter every day about how crap, and he knows you, and he knows me, and he knows show. We've all spoke on the phone. We've all Skyped. We've talked. We know each other, and that's why when you see the scum of the earth and the people that we all have blocked,
the neutrals,
these guys go out and they take snippets of like Zaire, crap, and myself, and then they send them to executives and they send them to people in the media, and they go, "This is the person." No, it's not the person. That was a snapshot in time on an emotion in a conversation that you had nothing to do with, and every single person has been caught in that situation with their boss, their loved ones, their family, a stranger, someone at the grocery store, someone in the parking lot, or when you have road rage. Everyone has been caught in that situation no matter what. And to judge somebody on one particular or two or three, especially when you're in the business, okay? Look at all the people on the radio and look at the people on TV that do late night. Do you know why there's so many outtakes and uh-ohs and oops moments? It's because they're doing it every night. We do this 4 times a week, people. So don't say, oh, just because there's a couple instances. We're putting 20 hours a week into this. Of course there's a couple of oops moments.
The thing is that the people that do that, what gets me is that they're just being sensitive because their whole thing is to take you down. Right. It's not because they were offended, because it's not that. It's just because they're jealous, because their show is not as popular and they can't figure it out.
Tim's right.
That's what it all comes down to. It's jealousy.
I want to say this.
It's all about hate.
Oh, it is. It's all about hate.
It's all about hate. So listen. That's all it is. God sees everything. So people that do that, trust me, they'll just be withered in 12 subs or 12 concurrent.
I want to say this, guys. Okay.
Their whole life.
And I'm going to be unapologetic as I can. You know what I mean? And I've said this before. Like I said, sometimes we're looked at as being, shock jocks or whatever. We cross all the lines. But you have to read the message or the comment that was said to us prior. You know what I mean? It's not I'm in here talking about anally raping anyone's grandmother. You got to read the comment before then. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
Well, I remember one guy with you telling you how what a fake. The guy was telling you this and that, and LGBT community, and all this stuff, and then he says you should have a shotgun down your throat and me ready to pull the trigger. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're saying something like that, and then you're bringing up something like that. I mean, listen. The bottom line is that we're all people. We all say things that maybe we shouldn't have. But you know what? We're good people. That's the bottom line.
Listen, we are the face of the average gamer. No one's fucking seeing a fucking thousand Hail Marys and Father bless you. You know what I mean? This is your consumer. But again, I don't do it for them. What matters to me, you know how many messages I get on Xbox? Because of you, next gen, I got me an Xbox One. Because of you. That's what when they don't like this bullshit. All this shit is free fucking advertisement. There will always be a console war. Everyone wants to validate their fucking purchase. You know what I mean? That's right. We're not here talking about raping any fucking body. You're like, come on, like, stop it. And so again, I don't again, I'm just being honest. I don't look for that. You know, I mean, can we probably get people on the show? More likely than not. Again, you know what I mean. But I don't want to fucking watch what I say or, you know, and not for nothing. No disrespect. That's why I don't break my neck and have the parties with them. I like to fucking curse. I like to fucking fuck bitches, pop oxys, and take dick pills. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just, it's not a big deal. And no disrespect to anyone. That's just not my thing. You know, and I don't do that.
I mean, we came from a society where Archie Bunker was
yeah, that's me. Love me and hate me.
As funny and great. If you had put Archie Bunker on today's society, everyone would fucking cry.
They wouldn't be able to handle dude, man.
They wouldn't be able
wilding in that chair.
Or even the Jeffersons. Or even the fucking Jeffersons.
Wow.
Or Sanford and Son. Honky. What's up, Honky? You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, but like I said, it is what it is, man. You know, but hey,
they can say Red Fox nowadays.
I love everyone on this.
That's all that matters, you know.
And I hope Show shows his face, you know.
Yeah, Show.
Show, don't you got the gout or some shit though? What's going on with you, Show? Don't you got the gout?
You know,
people ask me where's Show.
I have messed around with too many grannies.
Yeah, you know, Show was in the dojo with Bruce Leroy.
Show's a family man. He's about his.
We're all family men. We all have families.
You know what? And things come up in life, and things come up with your family. That's the bottom line. You know, Show got to do what he got to do, and you know what? We all respected what he had to do.
Right.
And you know, he dealing with things just like we all deal with things. But the bottom line is that you know he's a good person, and you know I hope you come back on the show because the show is definitely a lot funner with you. To be honest.
It is, bro.
Let's start a GoFundMe page for Showstopper.
You gotta lay off those grannies.
All right.
On an upper note, though, I heard Yoshida will be in New York on Canal Street selling these VR headsets. So y'all get on.
You buy VR. You buy VR. We have deals.
You gonna sit here like, hey, listen. We have this great headset coming, and we can put you on a roller coaster. And
he has me blocked. He has me blocked for whatever reason. I only asked him was did the red line mean the fucking PS4 was overheating? You know, I don't harass anybody on Twitter. I was just asking.
You know, it's funny because you know I remember he wrote a comment to. A guy's like, why do you love Microsoft so much? You know, he really fucking he took it to Microsoft fans, you know, posting graphs and making little, you know, making fun of Xbox. That's why I say, you know,
and I heard that motherfucker wanted to get out of E3 as well. Like people were like, he took off his badge and like ran away like this past E3.
Well, something was up with E3. Now I don't know. They both have been blocked. Did he ever have like I seen Ybarra and I seen Phil of all people saying, you know, you're a great guy, Adam boys. Did Yoshida actually tweet to Adam and say thank you?
Well, we all know Adam got pushed out. Like that wasn't a.
Yeah.
Well, to me,
you know,
like even if you were pushed out, don't you like say thanks for the time, thanks for, you know, what you've done?
So Sony's a shitty company, man. I mean, not for
I don't know. That's just to me.
No.
That's just
being honest. They are a very shitty company with their, you know, consumer shit. You know what I mean? The internal shit, a racist goddamn company. Like I'm saying, if that had been some of Microsoft or some of those emails that got made public, forget about it. What you motherfucker said? That's not the gaming division. We don't care about like.
We'll never have a Denzel Washington lead.
Yeah, you know, another black actor.
Where is all the outrage of that? Where's all the outrage of that?
Yeah,
we can't have another black. We can't have another African American lead.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington.
Well, technically, and you know, it wasn't that good of. Shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like people.
Where's the outrage?
Yeah,
you know, like it is. People use fucking things for their own advantage, and you know, it's pretty sad when you do something, and you're doing it to take somebody down, or you're doing that. You know, to me, that's just you know, it's low, and it's you know, if you're going to look at yourself in the mirror, you know, you should know things in life. For me, I never.
That was another good point. They also tried to license Let's Play like 3 times.
Nobody
said shit. We were the only ones to say shit.
Yep. So you know what? I want to say this here. Fuck the media. So if it's all about Xbox, you fuck with us, we fuck with you. You know what I mean? We're gonna kiss your ass to come on our shows. We ain't gonna do nothing. And I'm not taking a shot at any other podcast. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for the people that may have turned us down behind the scenes or something like that, or we'll see. Fuck you guys. We don't do it for you. You know what I mean? I just want to say that.
It's about the community. It's all
first.
For me, it's community first. I learned
Yeah.
that. Have I made friends with a lot of guys? I have, but for me,
we all have met friends. You know what I mean? But people
but
to
me, the real people, the people who really will, exchange, Facebook accounts or whatever.
That's when you know it's genuine.
Me on the phone or
that's
whatever.
When you know it's genuine.
Those people are in the community. And
that's when you know it's genuine. I mean, I understand. These companies have a PR team that make go out and interact with your people. With the fan. I get it. Cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, fine. But that's when you know it's genuine. You know what I mean? But like I said, it is what it is. But on that note, do we have anything else to say? Crap. How about you? Any movements? Any black hookers? What we got going on? What's going on with you?
Nothing like that, man. Nothing. Yeah, just I got daily content, so go check that out.
You've been fucking hustling. I'm like, God damn.
He even got another one just dropped.
Yeah,
it went live at YouTube. It went live at 9. Here's the thing: like a lot of people are like, "Hey, crap, where do you find the time?" Look, my stuff is done in advance and it's scheduled, and I don't even have to fucking be around for that to go up. You know what I mean?
True
like
professional.
That's how I do shit.
Hey, you know what? Crap, I want to give Crap an applause for his organization skills.
Yeah, I mean,
that schedule.
His OCD, his old fucking OCD.
Not only that, you know what funny was? I was looking at my videos today, right, this morning, and I noticed that I had 3 reviews that I did last March and April that I never scheduled to go live. So over the next 3 days, I'm gonna have 3 videos a day.
All right.
Let me ask you a question, Greg.
How many subs are you at right now? Because I can't find it anymore.
Hold on, let me see.
Give him
like 24,000.
That's good.
That's a round of applause for Crap. Crap been putting that work in.
Crap been hustling his asshole.
What were you gonna ask next gen?
Jesus. Were you born racist? Were you made into a racist? I'm about to ask you something. No, what the fuck? I was about to ask you. Seriously, I was about to ask you something. I forgot. I don't know. It didn't come to me later on. I don't know. Fuck it. I guess it wasn't that important. I don't know. But no. Your videos, like I said, you've been really hustling and you make great content. You're one of the best out there. Crap, you and Mooch, I'm telling you guys are great, man. Especially Mooch. Mooch is fucking awesome.
Be compelling.
Can I do my impression of Crap's intro? The greatest ever, the king of all media, the most compelling,
Pony leg breaker express.
You know what?
Hey, hold on. Here we go. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome to Crap Gamer Reviews. I'm the Crap Gamer, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, the king of all game-related media, and you damn well know it, the pony leg breaker extraordinaire, the master of disaster, the albino rhino at your service. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
You know what I think is dope? Crap kept my pet names for him and fucking made him work. Albino Rhino.
Like, I'll get people that message me and they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, albino rhino?" I'm like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
He's got used to it. He threw it in there.
Dude, I got this little gift that I think her name's Star made, where she put my avatar on it, on the guy riding the pony with the fireworks shooting out, and I put that in some of my videos just at random spots for 2 seconds. And it's the funniest fucking thing. People really like it. I was like, that's hilarious, man. I love that shit.
What do you use to make your thumbnails?
Dude, I just use Paint, .net, Paint.net, and then I just you know what? I noticed here's the thing. What I was thinking, right? I would just search for something, right? And then I would just use that. Now what I do is I customize it. And I'll just because I'm like, you know what? I can piss people off with what I say, but I can piss them off first with what they see. You know what I mean? And so that has worked to my advantage. And so I just
he's out there. He just passed out a gym.
Yeah, what's it? Paint.com?
Paint.net.
I go dumpster diving. I don't know if I steal your thumbnail. I do apologize. I'm black and I steal sometimes. I don't know.
He's used mine before. I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm like, that's mine.
I just fucking Google something. I see something I like, or if you make a thumbnail, keep making thumbnails about me. Stop. I use them in my videos.
Yeah, man,
I guess you caught on.
I got one with crap painted in carpet. I ain't even used it.
Oh, I did with the PC.
Oh yeah, that
I got
he's trying to fit in. Trying to fit in with the PC.
Shout out to Chuck Liddell. Was weird ass. Shout out to Chuck.
Fucking weird, bro.
Chuck.
I blocked that weirdo.
Maybe he's young though. He's like 14. Man.
I don't care.
Zaire is a nice guy. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Long as I told you guys, you worry when they stop talking about us. When they, that shit. Fuck it. The view is a view. But on that note, thank you guys for stroking that ego for the last hour and a half or so. We appreciate it. Sign up for the website, bgstpodcast.com. Join the fucking forums. I'm going to give away a 4K television. I'm getting a new set, so I'm going to have a free one. Maybe I give it to one of you guys in there. Only if your granny's hot. But this set here is not going to have HDR. I'm just letting you know right now. You got to pay for shipping. Anyway, thank you for rocking out with us. We'll catch you on Wednesday. You're doing Xbox Nation.
Yeah, we do Xbox Nation every Wednesday, man. It'll be pretty kick-ass.
What time? Is it 8 or 7?
8 p.m. Eastern. Usually 8 to like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I try to get it before. And Mooch, you going early in the afternoon? Because sometimes you be at 2 and then sometimes you be at 6.
No, always at 6. Z. I'm working on Fridays.
Oh, so it's always okay. So it's always at 6.
6 p.m. Eastern time.
I was late for the last couple of them fuckers too, man. I was
Xbox been coming late.
I see.
Xbox Jesus coming late.
Yeah, just rolling. So anyway, I'm sorry. You want to say something, Frank?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so we'll see you tomorrow at about 7 o'clock. Xbox Beast Fire podcast. Then on Wednesday we'll be on the Xbox Nation at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
8 o'clock on Fridays at 6. Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, Thursday, the multiplayer podcast. I'm looking for people to join the show. No weirdos, and that's at 7 p.m. And then on Fridays,
no weirdos. That means everybody. Yeah, nobody can join that shit.
But we out of here. I'm gonna need some bacon.
Back them up, guys.
See y'all later.